By now, you've all heard of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0, the latest book published by Mama Jumbo Shrimp. It's more than just another wine book. The fully updated second edition was inspired by students of the Vinitaly International Academy and painstakingly reviewed and revised by an expert panel of certified Italian wine ambassadors from across the globe. The book also includes an edition by Professore Attilio Scienza, Italy's leading vine geneticist. The benchmark producers feature is a particularly important aspect of this revised edition. The selection makes it easier for our readers to get their hands on a bottle of wine that truly represents a particular grape or region. To pick up a copy, just head to Amazon.com or visit us at mamajumboshrimp.com.
Welcome to The Next Generation. I'm Victoria Cece. Join me as we chat with young Italian wine people shaking up the wine scene. We're going to geek out on a grape or grape fam, then hear about all the wild wine things our guests have been up to, from vineyard experiments to their favorite wine bars.
Welcome back to The Next Generation. Today, we are staying in the Veneto, but also traveling a little bit to New York City with our special guest, who is a Veneto native. And as you can tell, the Veneto is going to be the theme today, all right? We're going to be talking about Corvina. First, the Veneto's arguably most important red grape, and then diving into a fun interview with Veneto native Beatrice Zocche, who is currently a sommelier in New York. So if you want to tag along for that ride, keep those headphones in. And if you're listening out loud, even better. So let's start with some fun facts about Corvina. So Corvina is an autochthonous grape. Autochthonous, indigenous, fun words in the wine vocabulary, which means that it originated in the Veneto. It didn't descend from some other place or evolve. It's from the Veneto, born and bred. And this grape is most commonly found in two very well-known appellations, Valpolicella and Bardolino. So when we say Valpolicella, we're talking like from Classico to Ripasso to Amarone, and it's usually in a blend. So you're not going to find 100% Corvina in Valpolicella wines. It usually ranges from 45% to 95%. Whereas with Bardolino, it's 35% to 95%. But moving on, back to Corvina. So its name is actually derived from the word crow, which refers to the color of the berries. It's also traced to the local dialect cruina, which means late ripening. Crua in the local dialect means not ripe. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Thank you, Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0 book, where I'm getting all my facts from, as usual. And a final fact about Corvina, the lovely red grape Corvina, is that as a wine, it is a light ruby in color with medium tannins when not blended and has a high acidity. When it comes to aromas, we're talking violets, rosemary, balsamic, a bit on the nose, and you have a bit of red and sour cherries on the palate, with a touch of blackberry and cinnamon. So we got sweet spice, everything nice. Oh wait, no, what is it? Sugar, spice, and everything nice? Powerpuff Girls? Anyone? Yep. Crickets. Okay, so it's time to move on to our interview with Beatrice, and she is hopping on. Are you ready? Let's go. Calling from New York. How are you?
I'm good. In my case, good morning, guys. So, as I told you, I'm living in Brooklyn right now.
Oh, super cool. We traded places, like I was saying it. it's I'm in Verona. Yeah. I'm in the Veneto. You're in New York. So Beatrice is a som in New York. She also is working on a cool project called Ciao Vino, which I honestly I tried to learn about by going on Instagram, and I want you to tell us more. What is Ciao Vino? Because I love the graphics.
Yeah, well, I was actually it changed a lot during the time that I was here. So at the beginning, it was like a project to making events, but then I changed my mind because I had to, I had to work basically, so I couldn't have much time to get into the project better. But yeah, my idea is really connected on what we were like saying just a little bit before. That is the fact that the things that I miss more here is the fact that I can't really talk with people, and I can't really, have a comparison with people doing my same job. So I was kind of like trying to see if we like an event when bringing other people that doing my same job, there would be the opportunity to talk with them, have fun with them, drinking with them. But actually, New York, it's kind of like a cage. And so it's like you get into a loop of routine of work, going home, and the time to spend on those kind of things is really small. Chavino was born for like making events at the beginning, but now I'm thinking what to do. It's not. I mean, it's not finished. It was kind of like a secret thing. Maybe I'm gonna develop in something mine. It's like a new place, but it's gonna take time.
Yeah, I mean it's the irony of the American dream. When you come to New York, it's like you really just work all the time. And it's like every time people ask me like about it, I'm like, you really do work all the time, and like it never stops. But on that, it was that like your first culture shock in New York, that kind of like you expecting there to be more community, or
Culture shock, I would say that it's more like when you arrive here. For me, as growing up in Veneto, I have to be honest, the first culture shock, it was like people don't drink here. Really, trust me, it's so true. And I remember my first week, like I was really used to work in. Well, I was working in Vicenza in Cantina del Tormento, and trust me, people drinks a lot, and it's not a matter of money or because it's cheaper. It's the culture. So when I saw here, like people drinking 2 glasses of wine, I was like, this is crazy. But then was my very first culture shock, probably. But then second, yeah, we are, you are guys. I mean, here in United States, I think in general, you're pretty like into your job, into your work, the time that you spend on actually comparison and like looking for like a confront, like I can say that, like a discussion. It's really limited. It's more like, oh, I know what I want to do. I know my goals. I know my what I wanna. I want to spend mostly of my time on doing stuff for me. That can be sports, can be work, it can be like lifestyle. So that's maybe my culture shock. It's pretty. You are with a lot of people. You're in the middle of one of probably the more crowded place in the world, but at the same time you feel yeah lonely. But lonely is bad. You feel by yourself.
oh yeah, no, that's real. I like always would try to explain to people how like I felt like that all the time in New York. It was like there's so much going on around me, but I felt so lonely at times with like, you know, connecting with other people, because you're so right. Like everyone's always doing so, it's very individualistic, and sure there's things you gain things from that mindset, like monetarily, maybe, other forms of success, but when it comes to actually building relationships, it's the worst, because everyone has some kind of you know agenda. And that's the funny thing about wine, and like like the Italian wine community, it's like the root of it is the community aspect, right? It's like to hang and not just drink 2 glasses of wine, drink like 2 bottles. I can't believe I'm still cracking up that you're like, people don't drink here.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you're living in Verona, right? Verona is already like a city where people doesn't drink too much. But if you just go like in a countryside or smaller town than Verona, Verona is already kind of like there's already like a melting pot of different cultures. But if you go like in small towns, small villages, you will find out. And it's a part of the culture, but it's also like a way to, arrive in a point where, like, say, people from the same generation, maybe from different background, maybe drinking, they arrive in a point where they talk each other about stuff, about things. And here's something that it's not common. It's not bad, it's not good in both cases. It's just different.
Okay, so what is a normal amount of drinking for you?
Well, now that I'm here, that I've been here, a little bit, just because it's expensive, and also because it's at the end is, if nobody do it, why you should do it? I mean, you are like in a company where everyone drink, where everyone is having fun. Here, you drink, you can have a conversation, but you don't drink that much, and it's probably better. But yeah, probably, I don't know, like 2 bottles if I'm with someone, 2 bottles per night. While in Vicenza was way, way more.
So actually, no, but that opens up like an interesting discussion about comparing the drinking culture between, well, we can't say America, but at least like your experience in New York and like home in the Veneto. Like, what is the difference you see between the relationship with drinking? If you were to compare, Vicenza and then your experience in New York.
Well, there is also like a different way to um, approach the wine, I think. Here is more like something, I don't want to say like luxury, but it's something really, really different. While in Italy, it's really part of your life, part of your daily routine to have a glass of wine or to drink wine. It doesn't be necessarily like a lot to get drunk, but it's really part of your culture. It's like something that you do because it's like this. And also when you're with your friends, it's not just for having dinner. Here is more connected with dinner. While in Vicenza, it's like all day long. I mean, you can start at like 5 p.m. to drink and having the aperitivo, but then it's really, really different. And also that what surprised me is I think that the most different thing is the approach that you have with wine. While here is more connected with going out. So you're going out, you drink a bottle, maximum two. In Italy, it's something that it goes right for hours, and you open a bottle, but you don't finish it because you want to try something different. Somebody is gonna buy another bottle, and so it becomes like more like a sharing thing, you know. And it's something that I miss a little bit being in this industry, and because the sommelier industry here, so I can talk with other sommelier, but it's not the same. Being sommelier here is more like a job, like an actual job, and it's less more what you're passionate about.
So it's like harder to actually connect with other people in your job and like kind of share this.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
Really?
It's a sharing of information mostly of the time. It's a sharing of thoughts, cold thing, like, oh, I think about this wine, I think about this producer, that it's good, good, good. It's like literally like a portfolio talking with some here. While in Italy, it's more like a sharing moments where you are probably drunk, but at the same times you can take out from your heart or your intimate part what you're really thinking about wines, winemaking, and yes, also your lifestyle. That is really important because here everyone is kind of like in his world, her world, and they don't really care about others.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah, it's deep, but it's true because I experienced that, and sometimes I also say to my friends, they always ask me, "Do you miss Italy?" I'm like, of course I miss Italy. I don't miss Italy because I was working like 14 hours per day. I don't miss Italy because my salary was low, probably. But I miss these kind of things that makes me feel more like in a community. And also people that do the same job in Italy, they're kind of like a movement. of people with the same thoughts and with the same goals. Mostly the natural wines people. Wine here it's kind of like okay movement, but not too much. We're doing our things. We don't care much about each other. We are struggling. All of us in New York. Everyone is struggling. Stuff. That's it.
Well, yeah, but that's like the craziest part. I have so many feelings about this because I worked in wine sales briefly in New York City when natural wine was like really becoming. It was about to hit its its pinnacle and take off. But no, to the point first about people struggling in New York but still being so individualistic. It's so true and it's so ironic because it's like you guys need each other. You know what I mean? Like who cares about who's the coolest or who has like the best?
Exactly.
You're still eating the same like $2 pizza at the end of the night.
Exactly. And I know that it's kind of crazy, but you can, I mean, also from my side, if I decided to come to United States, mostly New York, it's because probably I was missing this kind of competition. I was missing the fact that Italy is cool, this movement is cool, but there is a little bit of lack of competition. But it's not, so there is competition in Italy. This is not a good competition. It's just taking advantage. While here you can have a say like a healthy competition between people and businesses that ask you to be kind of like better and better in a good way. And yes, but means also be individualistic in a kind of way. So I don't regret to have decided to be here because I know that for an Italian person being here, even just for like a temporary amount of, for not for forever, it's good. It's change you and it makes you stronger.
Are you enjoying this podcast? Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, for fascinating videos covering Stevie Kim and her travels across Italy and beyond, meeting winemakers, eating local food, and taking in the scenery. Now back to the show.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And New York does anything is give you thick skin. But do you feel this lack of community even amongst like other Italians? Because I know there's a lot of young Italians in New York.
Well, I feel that when I had the opportunity to meet other Italians here, I always feel that they're on the same page. But at the same time, I try to avoid them. it's kind of like weird things that I don't want to. We complain a lot. Be honest. We complain a lot. So every time that I get into, I had the opportunity to talk with other Italian here. They complain all the time. So I'm like, why are you complaining? But we like to complain, and then at the end, like we figure it out somehow. But it's our. It doesn't matter where you come from, North Italy, Central.
They're all the complainers. You're like, only I can complain. I can't take two people complaining.
I'm sorry because I know that you're there and you know that Verona is beautiful, but how many times complain for nothing? It's our it's like there is soccer and then there is complaining. It's our second sport.
I think what epitomizes the Italian complaining are the notes that Italians put on cars that are parked terribly. That is if they complain in any ways, and they get so creative with it too. And I thought it was like more in like bigger cities, but in Verona it happens all the time. It's so funny. And then they'll try to write them in English too because they think it's a tourist.
Oh.
I know, and I'm like, nope, it's just another Veronese, just like you, trying to park and like illegally. Oh my gosh, that's So funny. I mean, the complaining also has passed on to the Italian Americans. Like my father is the top tier complainer. Like his name is Angelo, and my mom says he angelizes because he like analyzes and complains about everything, and she's just like, I can't do it. But that's so funny. But being that. I feel like I have to always ask this because New York just gives you the best stories. What is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you in New York?
Well, it can be that it's connected with my job because most of the time I'm in the restaurant, but it's you know that here is like a trend, this orange wine or whatever that they are. That is for me are whites basically, but I had to understand that orange is a category here. And so one girl asked me if orange wines are made with oranges, and it took me like a couple of minutes to understand and tell her that no, orange wine are not made with oranges. And I was kind of like disappointed. And yeah, that's probably one of the weirdest things that happened to me. But maybe it's because really I'm into it, so I know they're not come from oranges. But in general, but it took me 30 seconds to not laugh, and it was like, okay, Beatrice, think about it, how to answer without laughing, but then when I answer in a kind of like a good way, her face was even more like blank, and I was like, okay, I just don't wanna. Don't wanna discuss about that. But yeah, probably that's one of the weirdest things that happened to me in my job. But in general, oh my god, it's just come to New York every day. You cross the road, you see like weird people everywhere. But yeah, that's probably just living New York. It's weird.
Yeah. I think that's the best answer. Just living in New York is weird. Like every day is something. But for sure, it's funny the orange wine comment because I you made me think like about in America especially, like there's plum wine, there's lots of different fruit wines, especially in the South, that like I actually am giving this person the benefit of the doubt because if I knew nothing about wine and someone wrote orange wine, I would probably think twice. And also, given what you said first, where you're like, oh, I see it as like a white wine with skin contact, right? You're just kind of like, how do I explain this when I already don't agree fully with what it's called either?
So I was like, how can I? Yeah, I can explain that. But yeah, and all another bunch of like questions that they asked me about pasta and sauce and other things going on. But I was expecting it before coming here.
Oh,
But just funny.
You were prepared for all the food mistakes that Americans make.
I was ready for the spaghetti with meatballs and whatever. if you want to say the stereotypes that we have, because it's a lot.
But are there any Italian American dishes or like stereotypical dishes that you actually like in America that you will admit to liking?
You mean that I like? Well, I was probably. Well, I'm from the north, so you know our dishes are kind of different. I'm not too attached to some recipe, but I don't mind to try something weird like it's like pineapple on pizza. Come on, like put some pineapple on pizza. It's not a big deal. I mean,
oh, I'm so happy you said that. That's great.
it's okay. I'm not straight on that.
Yeah, I think people have made a big fuss about that because they can, like not because they actually thought about it. You know, like it's. I mean, I don't personally care that much about it either. But it's like, actually, I had someone say that to me the other day. They're like, "Well, would you put pineapple on pizza like in Italian while I was cooking?" And I was like,
"Well,
I don't find it funny because I don't think about that often as an American. But if you ask, if I'm really drunk, I will surely eat a pizza with pineapple on it. When I go and I'm sober, probably not. But like it's so silly.
Yeah, and also, well, also Italians when they're drunk, they eat like bad things. So
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, thank you for saying that. I mean, you guys eat pizza. You put fries on pizza.
oh yeah,
In freaking like in worst like sausage like
yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
we can cool it with the pineapple like but also it's true it's like it's different kinds of pizza but it's so funny. So wait, do you like eat a lot of New York style pizza?
In if I eat a lot of pizza in New York,
Yeah, do you like eat New York style pizza?
yeah, I had a couple of times. But as I told you, I'm not a. If I have to choose what to eat, pizza probably is on the like. It's not really my favorite thing. Really, I don't. It's not my top five thing.
So what's your like top three?
Well, if you probably already figured out what is missing in Italy is it Mexican food.
Ah, yes, that is true.
Yeah, well, yes, and that's a good thing is also about New York that it's you can find wherever whatever you want, like every type of cuisine, style, culture, different culture of like dishes, and this is so cool. For Italians, really hard to get out from our standards. So when you are here, you will understand there are also good food apart from just Italian food.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's New York is like that's one thing about New York is you can find so many different cuisines, and of course, like that is what I miss. Like where I grew up, we had mostly like Korean and Turkish food, and I I feel like having withdrawals because I haven't had Korean food in like 2 months, and it feels so weird. But that's such a privilege, of course, like where you live. But so, what's your favorite taco?
Well, I had so many. Here it's so easy. You can find different type, probably carne asada, Canada if you get a good one. And I also know that at those only tacos they have other stuff, tamales, enchiladas. Um, yeah, they're probably it's like get into that type of cuisine is amazing. And also experience like Peruvian, Ecuadorian. Yeah, it's really good. I have a comparison with people and asking them what's your favorite dish, our culture. At the end, you will find out that having pineapple in pizza it's just, you know, it's just our culture. We're pretty straight. But if you just travel around, you will find out there are so many good stuff. Also, I really love South American food. If you go just to Harlem, you can find out like some Creole cuisine. It's amazing.
So we are winding down on time, but I wanted to wrap up with a very, very important question that you could take your time with if you need to. I want you to give us your taco wine pairing, Italian wine pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, think about it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's nice. Nice question. Lately I'm kind of into chill red. People here love the chill red, so probably I would say like a light red, spicy. It's good with I wouldn't say something with much tannins. I had thanks to I mean the place where I work, I can really try a lot of wines. We change our selection every week, so it is so cool this thing. And yesterday it's arrived this amazing wine from Vita d'Ovest. That is a producer in Marsala. It was his Cabernet Franc, if I'm not wrong. With some carbonic maturation, so it's perfect to serve chill, just low tannins. It was really really good. I would probably pair with that, like a good chill red from South Italy.
Ooh, I like that.
Why not? It's like a Cerezuolo. Yeah, Cerezuolo. If you know some good producer, I really love Tenuta San Biagio in Abruzzo. That is really good. He has this Cerezuolo. It's kind of like light red, but it's a lower in tannins to serve chill. It's perfect with the spicy dishes. So yeah, I'm really into chill red right now, and people love them.
Oh, they're fantastic, and they're so easy to drink, and they can convert white wine lovers over to the red side.
Yeah, because you can. I think that light chill red can. I mean, it's satisfying for who is looking for like a full body white, but also who is fine for like a light red. So
cool. Well, thanks so much for that pairing, and thanks so much for being on, Beatrice. I appreciate you so much for taking time out of your busy New York schedule. Everyone, this is Beatrice. Hope you had a fun time.
Thank you.
You can find her on IG and all the information below on whatever podcast site you're streaming from. And yeah, thanks again, Bea.
Thank you so much, Vic. And hope to see you soon. Ciao.
Ciao.
As always, a big grazie for hanging out with me today. Remember, you can catch me every Sunday on the Italian Wine Podcast, available anywhere you can get your pods.